Hello everybody, Planted Places is here and my name is Mallory. Today I'm going to be showing you how to plant in these grow pots for our planted customers, which is super exciting. We love these pots because the roots actually somewhat absorb and grow into the felt itself, and it helps the root development just become a lot stronger. It helps protect them when really harsh heat snaps come around. So I love these grow pots. They're going to be the best for you guys. And we're going to get planting. For you guys, your soil is going to be coming in a bag, pre-measured and everything. So there's actually going to be 11 cups of soil going into here if you want to measure it out. Otherwise, just pour soil in little by little. For you guys, you're going to want to start to fill. If you want to come in a little closer and show what I'm doing, Mom. You're going to want to just start to fill up that bottom layer, pour a little bit of soil in, and start to press down the sides. You don't want to press too hard because then that can kind of omit the oxygen within the soil. But the good thing for you guys is that your soil's already pre-measured, so you'll know if you're pressing too hard when you're packing in your soil, because it'll seem like you don't have enough soil at the end of your potting. You really shouldn't be pressing too hard. The other thing I'd recommend is if it's a really hot day when you're planting, start with wet soil. So like you'll see here that I have my soil in a bucket. Sometimes if it's really hot, I'll just get the hose going in here, mix up the soil, make sure it's nice and wet, and work with wet soil, which helps prevent something called transplant shock. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing over here. Your guys' soil already has transplant fertilizer mixed into it, which is great because it's a super nutrient dense, rich fertilizer that's going to help your plants last longer in the long run. So now I'm going to see if this is deep enough for me to place my seedling in, which it looks like it is. I may even need to go in a little deeper. Something I want to note when you're looking at this seedling is how deep you want to plant it. Almost every single seedling that we send to our Planted Places customers needs to be planted fairly deeply. So for example, this kale that I'm planting today, there's a nice long stem that's kind of coming out of the soil, and then the growth starts to open up into that beautiful kale, right? So there's the stem, and then these leaves start to open up. I'm going to make sure the soil goes all the way up to where those leaves are starting to grow. So this whole stem is going to be covered, and it's going to turn into nice sturdy roots, and it's going to help the plant live longer, healthier, and just better in the long run. The other thing I also want to mention is to not be touching these roots too much. I'd say I'm already handling this seedling way too much. If these roots are really kind of too damaged or touched too much, they can go through something called transplant shock yet again. There I go mentioning it again. So don't be touching it too much, and start with wet root balls. If your seedlings come in the mail, either pour a little water on them or spritz them. I like to put the hose on mist and I spray the roots with water. So that's something that you can do to kind of get this thing going in the right direction. So I guess I'll just go ahead and start planting. How about that? Right in here, I kind of just tucked it in. Hold that up. Now I'm just gonna hold it with one hand and start to shovel my soil in like so. Press down the sides a little bit. Go again. Press down the sides. Turn her around. As you can tell, the soil's gonna go up pretty high. It's gonna go all the way up to there. That whole wiggly root is gonna go underneath the soil. And you're just gonna keep going like that. The other thing I want to mention is if it's going to be a really hot day, especially since your seedlings have been in a box for a couple days, you're going to want to place these in the shade. So you're going to plant them, give them a good bit of water, and then place them in the shade for at least 24 hours. And if it's a really hot week, say over 95 degrees, which may happen one more time in October, keep it in the shade for up to 3 days, even if it's going to be really extremely hot. Right now it's nice and cool, as you can tell I'm in my jacket, but there we go. The sky's still a little lopsided, but as the sunlight comes and hits it, it's just going to become this strong, beautiful, sturdy plant. So I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.